Hello. What is up? It's your buddy Alertwolf here to bring you another Avengers Assembled review. This time it's on episode 6 called Super Adaptoid. The Super Adaptoid makes an appearance. Super Adaptoid. Alright, basically, the gist is this is a Cap and Iron Man episode where mainly Iron Man, but they bicker over future man versus past man. Alright, in all seriousness, in all seriousness, it's basically, Tony trying to force Cap to adapt, while Cap is trying to get Tony to understand that sometimes the old ways are best. That is the underlying theme throughout this episode. But what happens is Justin Hammer builds the Super Adaptoid, or the Amazo if you're from DC. I mean, what? No. And basically, it's a robot that can adapt and evolve to face his opponents. He copies and mimics the powers and the abilities of those he fights. And the first round, the Avengers easily take out the robot, but Cap thinks it's too easy. He tries to investigate and figure it out while learning how to do and use newer technology to do it. Falcon gives him a hand and helps, and pretty much, he figures out that the robot was playing possum and could heal and regenerate and come back stronger. Before he even gets a chance to warn Tony, the robot attacks. Now Tony keeps trying to take command. I mean, Tony was so, he said was so non-impressed by this robot that he didn't really do the due diligence, which is what Cap had to do. And then the robot attacks, and it's slowly, again, Iron Man doesn't listen to Cap, and all Iron Man's tactics don't work. And this machine counters all the Avengers one by one, and eventually starts beating him. Not badly, but just beating them back, and they're having trouble winning. And finally, it goes after Cap, the last man standing, so to speak, so to speak. I mean, none of the others are actually out. They were just knocked back, you know what I mean? And basically Cap leads it to the building where he uses the escape rocket to descend it in orbit. And the whole time Justin Hammer's in control, as you can see, taunting them and making fun of them. Cap finds out that Justin is actually auditioning for the Red Skull. So that's interesting to note on how everything's tied together. But Cap is able to beat the robot because since the robot studied his friend's fighting styles and he spars with them on a daily basis, he knows all the weaknesses, including and how to counter them. And that's what he does. In the end, he throws the robot into orbit, where it falls and crashes and burns. Iron Man manages to save Cap, and that's pretty much the episode, except for the little twist at the end where they find what's left of the robot, and they're like, well, Justin Hammer may not be good enough to make it, but the Super Adaptoid is, and it's starting to heal. So there you go, the Super Adaptoid will return after these messages. No, just kidding. But, alright, what did I think of this episode? I dig the banter between Iron Man and Cap. I think they captured it right. And actually, that's one thing they have captured well, is the banter between the characters and the interactions and the relationships and the way they would react to each other. I think is pretty spot on. I mean, I know this one, it wasn't too hard because it's a cliche. And in the end, Cap wrote a program and Iron Man's keeping notes, on pen and paper, old school, and I get the theme, and You know what it is? It's been done before and done recently. At least the theme, especially in the movie, that's what it is. It was in the the Avengers movie. So kind of feels like it's an unnecessary thing to explore a little. But I understand why they had to do it. Having said that, the episode was still good and enjoyable. It's an easy 3 out of 5. And I dig the Cabal. I cannot wait until the season gets going and these guys fight. So now we know it's MODOK, it's the Iron Skull, it's now it's the Super Adaptoid and Dracula. So these are the 4 members thus far, and I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. And I can't wait to see how this Cabal shapes up and what other random characters they're going to toss in there, because it's still good. It's still good. So anyway, I think that's all I needed to say about this episode. Now, real fast, the reason why I haven't put out episodes in a while is because life takes precedent. I started a new job, some crazy hours. I worked from like 11. I worked like 53 hours last week. You know, I just haven't had the time. And on the weekends, I've been looking for a vehicle, so there was no time for me to do videos. Having said that, I ended up finding a vehicle. I picked up like a 2013 Hyundai Elantra GT in white, awesome car. And so, personally, my personal life is going well. New job, new car, and my YouTube life is going well too, because I'm at 100 subscribers. So that's pretty good, which means my anime Redux will come out sometime in the next week or so, and look forward to it. It's also going to be my dedication video for 100 subscribers, so I can't wait to do that. But that's enough of my channel news. So click it up if you like it, comment if you must. Thank you for subscribing, and those who haven't, please subscribe if you can. And this is your buddy alertwolf signing out.